So we'll be doing Vinyasa flow, focusing a lot on the hips. So start it with a brief meditation, a loving kindness meditation. I feel like that's something that everybody could use these days. And before I get started, in case we do like kind of run short, I'll just put it out there. If you guys have like requests, we don't have to do Vinyasa every week. I'm totally open to doing like a nice yin practice or, you know, gentle flow, like whatever you guys are into. So if you guys have requests, even on, you know, specific poses or specific parts of the body that you guys want to do or whatever it is, DM me, because I'll probably check that a lot easier, and let me know, and we can make it happen. All right, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and make your way onto your mat if you're not there. And if sitting cross-legged isn't comfortable for you, go ahead and just find a way that feels comfortable. If you want to take a block or blanket or whatever it is underneath you, you can do that. And I didn't mention this. Again, I should have. This whole online thing is, I'm still learning. Anyways, if you have a couple of blocks or something like to stand in for a block for our actual flow today, you might decide to keep those handy just in case. I always say it's not necessary, but if you have them, keep them handy. And yeah. So finding that comfortable seat, whatever shape that looks like for you. Sitting up nice and tall. And then just allow the eyes to close. And just start to feel. Feel what's happening within the body. Taking notice of any sensations that are happening. And just noticing without giving them labels. So not labeling these sensations good or bad or ugly or whatever it may be. Just noticing. If you need to take a moment to give the head a little side to side movement or up and down just to loosen things up. If you feel like you may be tight there, you can do that. It might feel nice. Sometimes settling right in to that tall, upright position isn't easy. So I like to sort of get the wiggles out first. So get those wiggles out. If you need to shrug the shoulders, if you feel like they're tight, maybe you're noticing some sensations there. And then when you're ready, just resettle. Find that stillness. Begin to tune into the breath. Starting by feeling the breath move in and out of the body. Again, just noticing. Noticing if the breath is moving easily, or if you feel any congestion or tightness. And just sit with the breath for a moment. And then take one hand onto the heart space. Feel the connection of the palm resting right over the heart. And imagine that from your palm, You're sending a glowing light right into that heart, right into your heart space. And that light is filled with love, with healing energy, with kindness for yourself. Feel that light, that love spread throughout the chest. Throughout the entire body, filling you up. Wherever you need it, wherever you need that kindness, that love to go within yourself, imagine sending it there. Imagine healing, softening. And then bring to your mind someone that you know that could benefit from that same healing, loving light. So envisioning that person, or maybe persons in your mind. Imagine sending out that light, that glow to that person, filling them with kindness and with love. And now imagine that that same light, that same glowing ember of love is spreading out to the entire world. That you, from your home, is sending out those healing vibes, that healing energy, that joy, kindness to anyone in this world that needs it. And stay with that feeling of love and of kindness as you move today. And those times that maybe thoughts come up then when your practice is getting hard, or maybe the body isn't working quite how you want it to, bring back that light. Offer yourself that kindness that you would offer others. Stay here for just a couple more breaths. And then release the hand. Maybe turn the corners of the mouth up and just smile for a moment. And then let's float the eyes open. And let's start to move. All right, so if you're sitting on something, go ahead and remove that off to the side, and we'll come down onto our backs. To start, keeping the knees bent and the feet on the earth. Take a moment just to allow the body to settle. Feel the back as it presses into your mat. And then we'll cross the right ankle over the left thigh, flexing the right foot, coming into a reclined pigeon's pose. So you might decide that this is enough for you, that you can already feel a nice stretch through the outer hips. If you feel like you need extra, you can gather the knees in towards the chest and clasp the hands either behind your left thigh or maybe on top of the left shin. Try to keep the shoulders pressing down towards your mat so the heart stays nice and open here. Find a few breaths. Maybe give that left ankle a circle or two in one direction and in the other, starting to wake up the ankles and the feet. If you've had that bind, go ahead and release it. Bring the left foot to the floor, the right ankle stays crossed. Arms come wide or maybe to cactus arms, and then just gently guide the legs over to the left side of your mat, keeping the right ankle crossed here. So just coming in for a twist. Okay, that right knee is facing up towards the ceiling. And if this just isn't comfortable, you can always uncross the legs and then just stack the knees. Draw the legs back to center. Both feet come to the earth, and we'll cross the other ankle over. So flex the left foot as you come into that figure four. Again, the option to stay here, pressing the knee away from you, or gather the knees into the chest, maybe finding your bind. Shoulders pressing towards the earth, heart stays open. Again, you want to circle the feet, starting to find some movement in the ankles, maybe point and flex, whatever might feel good. Releasing a bind if you have it. Right foot comes to the earth, and then just guide the legs over to the right side of your mat this time. That left knee is still pressing towards the ceiling. Just a little gentle twist here. Again, that option is to either stay here. If it's more comfortable for the body, you can always stack the knees. Bring the legs back to center. Unwind, and then just take a moment to stretch the legs out. Take the arms over their head. Give yourself a nice full body stretch. And then gather the knees into the chest. Hands come underneath the knees, and then just start to rock the body back and forth. So rocking the length of the spine. Gather a little momentum here. And then when you're ready, come all the way up, bringing yourself onto hands and knees, where you'll root the fingertips to the earth, turn the toes under, and then send the hips towards the sky. Come right into a downward facing dog. So as you arrive in that dog, if you need to take a moment and pedal out the feet, you might like to do that, or take the hips from side to side, whatever might feel good. And then go ahead and come all the way up onto the balls of the feet. So lifting the heels really high, bend the knees a bit so that you can press the hips a little bit higher towards the sky, lengthening the spine. Take a breath in through the nose. As you sigh out through the mouth, send the heels back towards your mat. On your inhale, take the right leg up and back. Come into a three-legged dog. Hips are level just for a moment. And then bend the right knee. Take the heel in towards the bum. And we'll start to find some circles, almost like a figure 8 with that right knee. So just start to circle out, taking the knee up towards the sky and bringing it down towards the mat. So like you're making this little figure 8 with the right knee, just starting to open up the hips. And if that figure 8 seems a little elusive, just make some circles. And then go ahead and re-extend the right leg and then place it back down. Other side, left leg comes up and back. Take a moment in your three-legged dog to press into the left heel.
Bend the left knee, heel comes towards the glute, and we'll find those figure eights here or those circles. Again, just, finding a little bit of movement in that hip. Warming them up. Re-extend the left leg, kick it behind you, three-legged, and then place the left leg down. Take the knees to your mat.
Take them as wide as is comfortable for you here. I'm going to take mine nice and wide. Toes are together, send the hips to the heels. Find a child's pose here.
Tune back into the breath.
And with each exhale, see if you can get the hips a little closer to the heels.
Creating some space in the low back, the hips.
And then we'll walk the hands over to the right side of your mat, keeping both hips rooted towards the heels, maybe stacking left hand on top of right. See if you can find a little hollowness of that left armpit, like you're scooping the elbow up towards the sky. So give it like this little scoop, and you might start to feel a little hollowness in that left armpit. And then walk the hands through center over to the left side of your mat. Again, maybe you stack right hand on top of left. Both hips are rooted to the heel. And then we find that little scoop with that right arm. So you're just finding a little rotation basically with that shoulder so that you can find a little bit of hollowness. Walk the hands back to center, arms are extended. Come up onto the fingertips for a moment here. And then see if you can draw the shoulder blades down the back. Take the palms back to the earth, lift the body, and we'll make our way back into a downward facing dog here.
So maybe it feels a little bit more accessible now.
Take the gaze between the palms, soften the knees, walk the feet towards the hands, and make your way into a little forward fold here. Knees can stay nice and bent. Mine are pretty deeply bent. In fact, I'm actually taking my belly right on top of my thighs just to support the low back as we enter our practice. Let the head be heavy. Let the arms be heavy. If you'd like to find a bind, clasping opposite elbows, you're welcome to. Maybe sway. Go ahead and release the hands. Taking the hands either to the shins or coming up onto fingertips, come into a little halfway lift. Extend the legs a little bit more. Flatten the back out. Reach the crown of the head forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, soften the knees, fold over the legs. So let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, rise up, find that half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. This time on your inhale, we'll rise all the way up to stand. Circle the arms around. Bring the palms together over the head and exhale them into your heart center. Press the thumbs right into the heart space. Take a moment, reconnect with that loving kindness. Bring the hands to the hips. And then we'll widen the stance out just a little bit more. Maybe about hips or mats distance apart. And we're gonna circle out the hips, all right? So let's feel like we're some hula dancers here. Imagine yourself in Hawaii doing the hula, I don't know, all right? So just start to circle the hips in one direction, doesn't matter which. I'm going right first because it's just habit. So nice big circles. Circle them out, find some movement. You can go fast, you can go slow, maybe you have some music on. And then switch, go the opposite way. Maybe you hear some snack and crackles and pops. It is what it is. All right, and then go ahead and make your way back to center. Find your Tadasana, find your mountain pose. Feet hips distance, or maybe together, whatever feels best in your body. Feel the feet plant. Gosh, I can't talk this morning, goodness. Feet plant to the earth, bellies drawn in, shoulders soft. Take a breath here. Let's start to move. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Palms come together over the head. Exhale, draw them into your heart. Do that again. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, draw them to your heart. One more. Inhale to sweep. Exhale, draw them through your heart as you soften the knees. Come right into a forward fold. Inhale, find that halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step to a downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches up and back. Exhale, step the foot between the palms. Lower the left knee. Uncurl the toes. So keeping the hands on the mat, or maybe those blocks if you have added that to your practice. We'll take an inhale, pull the heart forward. So think like cat-cow back here. So open up the chest here as the shoulder blades draw down the back. And then exhale, we're gonna shift the hips back, lift the front toes, round through the upper back. So we've kind of combined this lunge and hammy stretch with a cat-cow. Okay, so inhale, bend into the right knee, come back to that lunge, pull the heart forward. Shoulder blades draw down the back, find a slight arch through the back. And then exhale, shift it back, pick up the right toes, round the back. One more time, inhale forward, pull the chest forward. Exhale, shift back, round through the back. Inhale, come forward, find your low lunge. Once again, root that right foot to the earth. When you're ready, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Settle in here. And then we'll clasp the left wrist with the right hand. Inhale, reach that left arm up towards the sky. And then exhale, find a side bend over to your right. You're gonna find a nice stretch. Look at that hip flexor, maybe into those deep psoas muscles. This is really good, especially if you've been sitting a lot. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release the hands down to your mat. Curl the back toes under, lift the knee, and we'll walk ourselves over the left shoulder. Feet come parallel, coming into a wide fold. Take an inhale, find a flat back. And then exhale, fold over the legs. Hands can be where they're comfortable. Try not to keep all of the weight into the heels. You'll feel a better stretch if you even out the weight between the balls of the feet and the heels. Inhale, find a flat back once again, rising up. And then we'll walk over the right shoulder, facing the top of the mat once again. Pick up the back heel, bend into the front knee. So you have this little runner's lunge, okay? So we're gonna find that same cat-cow movement that we did a moment ago. So in this runner's lunge, you're gonna take an inhale, draw the shoulder blades down the back, lift and open the heart space. And then exhale, bring both legs towards straight, round the back over the right leg. Coming into like a little pyramid pose. Inhale, bend the right knee, pull the chest forward, open the heart space. Exhale, press the hips back, straighten the front leg, round the back. One more time, inhale, forward, open the heart. Send that lovely glowing light out. And then exhale, round the back here. Inhale, come forward once again into that little runner's lunge. Snuggle the feet into the earth. And then we'll take the arms, reach the fingertips towards the back heel. Airplane the arms, really open up the heart space. Spread the fingers wide. Beautiful, take one more breath. Exhale, plant the palms. Step back to dog pose.
So on your inhale, lift the heels, round the back as you shift forward into plank. So thinking that cat back once again.
Find your plank pose. And then bend the knees once again. This time we're going to arch the back. So press the hips up first. And then arrive in your downward facing dog.
So it's like that cat-cow back once again. So inhale, lift the heels, round the back to shift forward. There's your cat back.
Exhale, bend the knees, press the hips up. There's your cow back. Press it back to dog.
Lower the heels. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, round forward.
Exhale, arch it back.
Beautiful. Inhale, left leg reaches up and back.
Exhale, step it between the palms. Lower the back knee and uncurl the toes. Come into the low lunge on this side. Inhale, lift the heart. Shoulder blades draw down the back, coming into that cat-cow motion. Exhale, shift the hips back, pick up the front toes, round the back over the left leg.
Inhale, come forward, pull the heart through.
Exhale, round the back over the front leg, shift it back.
One more time, inhale forward.
Exhale back.
Inhale forward.
Snuggle that left foot into the earth when you're ready. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky, come into your low lunge. This time we'll clasp the right wrist with the left fingers. Take an inhale, reach that right arm up, and then as you exhale, then come into the side bend over to your left. So nice deep stretch for that right psoas muscle, those hip flexors. Inhale to bring yourself back to center. Exhale, palms come to the earth. Curl the back toes under, lift the knee, and we'll walk everything over the right shoulder this time. Coming into a wide fold on this side, feet are parallel. Come into a halfway lift first. Take an inhale, and then an exhale, fold.
So hands can plant to the earth. Maybe you bring them to your feet. Maybe you find a bind behind the back. Whatever would feel good here. Allow that for yourself. Allow that joy in your practice to do what feels good. Bring the hands back to the earth. Take an inhale, lift halfway.
And then we'll walk everything over the left shoulder, coming to face the top of the mat. Back heel lifts. We'll come into a runner's lunge on this side. So left knee is bent, back knee is lifted here. Okay? Coming into that cat-cow. Once again, inhale, pull the heart forward. Drop the hips just a bit. And then exhale, straighten the front knee.
Round the back over the left leg. This is a really nice place to find those blocks. If you don't have blocks, don't straighten the legs. Inhale, pull it forward.
They don't have to be completely straight here. Just finding a little stretch and an openness for the hips. Exhale, round the back.
Press into that left heel. One more time. Inhale forward, drop the hips.
Open the heart, shine it out. Exhale, fold over the legs.
Inhale, come back to your runner's lunge.
Snuggle the feet and really root that left heel. And then we'll airplane the arms. Reach the fingertips towards the right heel. Try not to keep all the weight dumping onto that left thigh. Really recruit the strength of the legs here. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, plant the palms. Step back to dog. And we'll come right into that little cat-cow dog plank.
Inhale, lift the heels as you round the back forward. Come into that plank.
Exhale, bend the knees. Press the hips towards the sky. Arch the back. There we go.
Downward facing dog. Inhale forward.
And if that movement is sort of elusive to you, that's cool. Just press it back. Down dog, plank pose.
One more time. Inhale forward.
Exhale, downward facing dog.
Take a moment here. Press the heels towards the earth. Hips reach for the sky. Breath in through the nose. And out through the mouth. One more time. Inhale. And exhale.
Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, gaze between the palms. Step or hop your way towards the top of your mat. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Take the palms together. Bring them into your heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, soften and fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step to downward facing dog.
Inhale, take the right leg up and back. Reach the toes towards the sky. Bend that right knee. Let the hip open up a bit. Keep the weight even in both hands, shoulders square towards the top of your mat. Take a breath. Exhale, square the hips.
Step the right foot between the palms. Spiral the back heel down. Get the hips nice and low as they start to open up wide. When you're ready, rise up, extend the arms out, find a warrior two. So we'll start to ease our way into this. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more time. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. This time we're gonna pick up the right toes, bend the left knee, send that hip towards that left heel. Hands can come to your mat or to your heart. Coming into Skandasana, a little ninja squat here. Left hand plants to the earth, right arm reaches towards the sky. Twist it out. Release that right hand. Inhale, we're gonna rise up, back into your warrior two. So inhale, rise, bend the right knee, extend the arms, find that warrior two. Settle in here. Full, slow, deep breaths. Reach the arms wide, spread open the heart space. Feel that joy being spread all over the world. Right from your own little heart. One more breath in warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the arms. Plant the hands. Step back to plank and we'll move through a vinyasa. So inhale here, maybe you shift forward. Exhale, lower the knees or lower through chaturanga. Inhale, lift and open the heart. So cobra or maybe an up dog. And then exhale. We'll meet in a downward facing dog. One breath here. Inhale.
Open mouth, let it go. Inhale, left leg up and back. Reach the toes towards the sky. Open up the hip, bend the knee. Take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, square the hips, step the foot between the palms. Lower the back heel, get the hips low. When you're ready, rise all the way up to stand. Reach the arms wide, warrior two. Here we go, we'll ease our way into it. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. This time, inhale, straighten. We're gonna bend the right knee, send the hips towards that right heel, pick up the left toes. Find your little ninja squat on this side. Palms together at your heart or to the earth. Plant the right palm, send the left arm to reach towards the sky, open up.
Inhale. Exhale, release the hand. On your inhale, we're gonna start to lift the body up, shift the hips forward, bend the left knee, rise back into your warrior two on this side. Arms reach wide. Press the feet, ground yourself into the earth as you spread open the heart space. Feeling strong, feeling open. Take one more inhale. Exhale to cartwheel. Plant the palms. Step back to plank. Either head to dog or take your version of a vinyasa. If you liked that little cow, dog plank, you can take that. That's always a fun option. Or you can skip it. Your practice. Do what feels best for you. Take a breath here. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach the right leg up and back. Exhale, step between the palms. Spiral the back heel down. So a couple of options. Right knee is really deeply bent. You can take the hand to the inside of that right foot. We're coming into a side angle. Or you can bring the right forearm to the thigh, okay? Either version, you might feel open enough already that you can take the hand to the earth or that block, okay? When you're ready, inhale that left arm to reach towards the sky. Again, easing our way into it. Inhale, straighten that front knee, or at least bring it towards straight. Doesn't have to be straight, right? Almost like a triangle pose. And then exhale to bend. Inhale, bring it towards straight. Exhale to bend. One more time. Inhale towards straight. Exhale, bend. And we'll stay here in this side angle. Okay? So really spiral the heart, opening it up. Maybe you take that left arm, take it over the left ear with the palm down, extended side angle. Or if it's available, you can find a bind. Take one more breath. Exhale, lower the palm to the earth. Pick up the back heel. Square the hips. Right arm reaches for the sky. Dragon twist. Breath in. Breath out. Plant the right palm to the inside of the right foot. Heel toe that foot to the outer edge of your mat. We're working our way into lizard pose. And then lower the back knee. Uncurl the toes. Keep that right knee hugging in towards the right shoulder here. You can stay here planting the palms. If it's available, you can drop down onto elbows. That's not available for me this morning, so I'm going to stay right here. Notice if you're gathering tension in the jaw, sometimes when we come into these really deep hip openers, we tend to sort of clench subconsciously in the jaw, or maybe, kind of scrunch into the face or the shoulders. So take notice of that. Send some love and kindness into any spaces that might need it. Take one more breath in lizard. And then curl the back toes under, lift the left knee. And then we'll just take that right leg back, stepping it into a downward facing dog. If you need to wiggle out the hips, you might want to, might feel nice. Settle into that dog pose. Moving on to the next side, inhale, left leg reaches up and back. Exhale, step between the palms. Right heel spirals down. Again, that option to take the left hand to the inside of the left foot or onto the thigh. Yogi's choice here, okay? When you're ready, you'll peel the heart open, sending the right arm to reach for the sky. Here we go. Inhale, bring that left leg towards straight. Exhale, bend into the knee. Inhale towards straight. Exhale, bend. One more inhale.
And then exhale, we'll stay here in this side angle. Okay, so finding a shape that you can sustain for a few breaths. All right, so you can continue reaching the arm up towards the sky, spiraling the heart open, or maybe you take the right arm over the head, palm down, coming into an extended side angle. There's always a bind. Take one more breath in side angle. Exhale, plant the right palm, pick up the back heel, square the hips. Left arm reaches for the sky. Twist. Inhale here. Exhale, plant the left palm to the inside of the left foot, heel toe it towards the edge of the mat. And then you can lower the right knee and uncurl the toes, finding lizard on this side. Keep the left knee hugged into the chest. Draw the shoulder blades down the back so that the heart stays open. And then if you want to drop down onto elbows, you can drop down onto elbows if that's available. I'll stay here. Again, sending breath, sending light into the spaces where the body needs it most. Take one more breath in your lizard pose. Curl the back toes under. Lift the right knee, step the left foot back to dog pose. Give the hips a little wiggle. And then when you're ready, gaze between the palms, step or hop your way towards the top of your mat. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise all the way to stand. Take the palms together. Bring them into your heart. Beautiful. So we'll keep the hands together at our hearts. Root both feet to the earth. We're going to do a little balancing as we start to wind down our practice. All right, so rooting both feet into the earth. Start to switch the weight onto the right foot. We're coming into tree pose. So if you know where you'd like to go, head there. If you're not quite sure, you can enter slowly with me. Just start by bending the left knee, opening the hip. Finding balance here, try to keep the hips level, instead of like kicking that right hip out to the side, keep them level. The belly's drawn in, tailbone is heavy. And then you can find whichever tree version works for you. Either way, we're pressing the left heel into the right leg and the right leg presses into the heel, okay? You might like to keep the palms pressing together, hugging everything in towards the midline, or maybe play with extending the branches. Turn the corners of the mouth up. And then if you don't have the arms reaching towards the sky, go ahead and extend them. Take the palms to face towards one another. And then we'll release the leg, drawing it in towards the midline. So coming into crane pose. Flex the left foot, drop the tailbone. Take an inhale. As you exhale, we're gonna start to shift the torso forward as you kick the left leg behind you. Reach the fingertips towards the back heel. A little warrior 3. And then soften the right knee, step the left foot back, coming into a high lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, plant the palms. Right foot steps back, reach it towards the sky, 3-legged. And then exhale, bend the right knee, place it down behind the right wrist, heading into pigeon. Release it down, release the hips, extend the back leg behind you. Try not to dump all the way over onto that right side. If you feel like you're sort of leaning over, square the hips, maybe take a blanket or grab a pillow from the bed, wherever you are, and just place it under that right hip. Take a moment in this upright pigeon pose. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Open up the heart space. Send out that light. Bring that person back into your mind's eye.
who you sent out that loving kindness to before our class started. Send that one more time. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, either stay here or you're welcome to come into sleeping pigeon, lowering down onto elbows or all the way onto the belly. Take 2 more breaths in your pigeon. And then start to bring your hands back to the mat. Curl the back toes under, lift the back knee, send the right leg to reach up towards the sky, give it a little stretch, maybe a little shake, and then release it back to your mat. Take your gaze between the palms, step or hop your way up. Take an inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Palms come together at your heart center. Root the feet. We'll start to make our way into our tree pose on the other side, so the weight comes onto the left foot this time. Again, heading straight to your variation of tree, or you can enter slowly with me by bending the right knee. Level out the hips, weight is on the left leg, and then just start to open the knee up. And you can stay here, toes connected, or maybe you take the leg up into the calf or the thigh. Either way, we're hugging everything in towards the midline. That will help the body to find a little bit more lift. Focus the gaze. Turn the corners of the mouth up. Maybe you extend the arms. Maybe you enjoy a gentle sway. And if you don't have the arms extended, go ahead and reach them up towards the sky, palms face in. Take the right knee, draw it in towards the midline, and then we'll flex the foot, arriving in crane pose here. Take an inhale. Exhale, torso shifts forward, reach the right heel behind you. Fingertips reach towards the back of the mat, open up the heart space. Warrior 3 here. Soften the left knee as you step the right foot back. Back heel is lifted. Inhale, sweep the arms up for high lunge. Exhale, plant the palms. Inhale, sweep the left leg up and back. And then exhale, bend the knee, place it down behind the left wrist. Set the hips down. Right leg extends behind you, pigeon here on this side. And then again, staying upright for a moment. Open up the chest, broaden the heart space. Imagine that loving kindness, that light blowing out to the entire world. You're welcome to stay here, sending out that light, or you're welcome to lower yourself down. Find a few breaths. Send that same loving kindness to yourself, to where you might be feeling any tension or tightness right now. And sending that kindness to your body by honoring it. So if this feels painful, be kind to it by maybe backing out a bit. Right? We don't have to push ourselves to the point of breaking, right? That loving kindness, that's a really nice way to extend that to ourselves by honoring whatever your body needs right now. So stay in pigeon for 2 more breaths. And start to take the palms back to your mat. Curl the back toes under, lift the back knee. And then we'll sweep the left leg up and back, give it a little stretch, a little shake. And then lower it back down. Lower the knees to the mat. Take the knees nice and wide, and then hips come to the heels. Come into a child's pose. Allow yourself to just soften. Soften the breath. On your next inhale, walk the hands back towards the knees, press yourself upright. And then we'll just swing the legs out in front of you, come onto your bum. And then we'll take the soles of the feet together. Allow the knees to come wide. Hands can be on the ankles or shins, whatever's comfortable for you here. Find a tall spine. Take an inhale, lengthen up through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, we're going to take the right hand behind you, coming onto fingertips, and then just take the left hand onto the right thigh, coming into a little twisted cobbler. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, we'll twist over the left shoulder. So left hand comes behind you, right hand comes onto the thigh. Inhale, come back to center. And then as you exhale, you can fold over the legs. Let the back round here. Think that cat back once again. Let the head hang. Feel as though you're opening up the back side of the heart now, right? Letting the back side of the heart shine. On your inhale, rise back up. Gently bring the knees back towards one another. Take a little booty scooch forward. And then just lower yourself gently all the way onto the back. So if you have a bed, I have a bed right next to me today, or if you have a couch next to you or a wall, and you'd like to come into a legs up, I'll encourage you to do that. It's a really nice way to sort of reset, right? And yeah, let the hips relax a bit further. So I'll encourage you to come into that. If you're like, meh, then just come onto your back and keep the knees bent for a moment. Or you can come back into that cobbler's pose all the way onto your back. So yogi's choice here. I'm gonna come into a little legs up. I'm gonna swing my legs up onto the bed, get my bum nice and close. And then the arms can come up over the head if you like, or maybe take them wide. If you want a blanket underneath the head. I just noticed mine is there, so I'm gonna pull it right under. And then just settle here. Allow the legs to become heavy. Allow them to completely settle right into the hip sockets. Take some nice deep breaths. So if you want to stay here and hang out here for a few more minutes and take this as your Shavasana, you're welcome to. If you prefer, you're welcome to just release from this legs up position and make your way onto your back and come into that for your final rest. So take a moment to decide whichever serves you best in your practice today. Find that shape. And take a moment as you settle in with your hand on your heart. And just thank yourself. Thank your body for giving you whatever it was it gave you today. Thank the breath for always guiding you. And taking another moment to send that love. Feeling it emanate from the palm right into your heart space and moving through the entire body. And coming back to this place with your hand on your heart throughout the day whenever you need it, just to remind yourself, yeah. You can stay here with the hand on the heart. Maybe it just feels good, or you can release it. And then just stay wherever you are in this final shape for the next few minutes. Allow yourself to just be here. Thank you all for being here, for practicing with me. Sending all of you out so much love, so much light, so much kindness. Have a fabulous rest of the day. Namaste.